Happy Friday, folks. March 24th. Let me tell y'all something. Life is a choice. Being a business owner is a choice. A lot of people want to say they're a boss, and they just want to boss people around and shuffle work around. It's plenty of us out here that are getting it. The proof is in the pudding. So think about your choice in procrastination versus getting the job done. Satisfaction versus, matter of fact, gratification versus just getting paid. So many people want to just get paid versus get the job done that needs to be done. It's so sad to see how people, whether it's their family or customers, regardless, to do customers wrong. Integrity, quality, and safety should be the very minimum of any business. I look at whether you're around somebody else's kids. Are you doing things that make them feel uncomfortable around their kids? If you go in folks' house and they not dressed in a way that allows you to focus on the job, you might want to step out. Even if it's a possible mate that you want to pursue, you might want to step out and just say, hey, look, I want to make sure I get this job done and not allow gray areas to cloud what you may want or I may want, or even the idea of what either of us want. But right now I can't. With you dressed the way you are, I can't work in this environment and feel safe for myself. Put it on you. And the best thing to recognize is you're there to get paid, not to get laid. Because that becomes a whole nother frustration and create situations that you may not want. Because at the end of the day, you there to do a service. I'm not trying to begrudge that point too much, just moving on. Safety. You want to make sure that you don't leave tools in a space where people can get hurt or they not out the way. If you got elderly people, you don't want stuff laying around, whether it's materials, tools, or whatever. You want stuff out the way so it's not a trip hazard or stuff like that. You want to make sure that you're documenting before and after. So if there's any question about what was done, it's seen. You want to test out the job before you leave. Why finish off a wall if you haven't tested the water and the electricity behind it to make sure that everything's fine? It's just things you got to do. The integrity of the work. Are you overcharging somebody? Are you allowing prices to hike without some way to substantiate that this was an unforeseen issue, or something happened to say that this price hike is justified? And then when you're charging people, is it market rate? Now your price is your price, okay? And you charge based on quality of work, experience, tools required, materials needed, things of that nature, and time it take to get the job done. You have to take all that into account. But at the same time, you know, if the market rate charges $15 to cut some bushes, just trim them up. Don't charge nobody $50 just to trim up bushes. Now, if it's some bush that you need to get on a ladder and there's a whole bunch of extra stuff, that's different. But just something you standing on your feet in the basic tool, you know, be reasonable. Be reasonable. Integrity. Tell people you're not coming. Tell people you're running late. Tell people you call them when you're on the way, or text them when you're on the way, or 10 minutes out, or stuff like that. Communicate. Lack of communication causes frustration for the customer and yourself, because the customer's gonna put it back on you. Especially older people, because they didn't have all the cell phones and things like that. They was stickler for time. Or military people, you said you're gonna be here at 5 o'clock, I expect you to be here at 4:45. That's just what it is. Know your customer enough to satisfy your customer and hopefully gratify your customer. At the end of the day, what do you want with your business? And don't put stuff on other folks. If you the boss of the job, it ain't so-and-so fault who you hired. No, it's your fault, because you didn't expect what you expected to be done. Now, if someone graduates, one of your employees graduate to the point where you can trust them without going behind them, still your name on that business. So you gotta eat it. Now you can fustigate or communicate in a effective way to say to your customer, to your your colleague, to say, hey, you messed up on that one, and do whatever corrective things need to be done. But at the same time, that ain't a conversation that needs to be had in front of the customer. You as a representative need to take full responsibility and make it right as best you can, if it can be made right. So think about how you want your company to be represented. And you can't think that procrastination is going to create the manifestation that you want for your jobs. It's not going to happen. You got to get it. You can't wake up 10 o'clock thinking that your day is going to go your way. Especially when you're an entrepreneur, you got to get out there and get it. If you're a mom and pop shop, your business depends on you. If you ain't there, guess what? You just, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't you, it ain't getting done. And when you grow to bring on other people, you need to vet them folks. Everybody good in the beginning. Everybody good in the beginning. But guess what? At the end of the day, did you allow the person to earn their level to graduate in your business, in your level of trust? You gotta think about where you want to be in business. Where do you really want to be? I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's some people out here who take advantage, and there's some out here who would rather give advantage. You need to determine what type of business that you want to be. And also go to some training workshops, whether you're a mass, whether you from the big time, like the Amazons, the Walmarts, Chick-fil-A's, or you do small businesses like myself, Magnate Property Management. You need to go to things like Operation Hope, Millionaire Mind Intensive, if that's still out. And even if it's a virtual attendance, you need to attend certain things to know what's out here. You're not gonna know everything. You're not gonna know everything. Attend trainings. When you around other people in your business that can teach you a better way to do something, learn from that experience. When there are workshops that teach you the new codes or the new regulations for whatever you're doing, whether plumbing, electrical, decks, framing, whatever it is, you need to learn, even if it's just from a fellow colleague or what have you. Learn, and learn. Okay? And incorporate that into your routine so that you can stay in business. You can stay competitive. You can stay in the offering of quality work. If you're not offering quality work, that if anybody come behind you, it's not, you know, they can't really do anything better, then you're a good vendor, or you're a good you're a good hire. You're somebody good to be hired. So, I mean, think about where you want to be at the end of the day. Just think about it. You can't keep making excuses without taking a loss. Whether it's loss of business, loss of money, loss of time. You got to get it right. You got to learn to do what needs to be done to get it right. And especially when you coming behind somebody who did a bad job, and this is my area of expertise, I often come behind other people who didn't get it right, and they call me up and say, hey, I need you to fix all this stuff. And I guess that's just been my niche, but I'm thankful for that. I used to complain about it, but how would I be in business if that wasn't the case? So don't complain about the work that you get. Be thankful that you're getting work. Be thankful that you can do the work. Be thankful that you have a mind to learn what needs to be done, to figure it out, to hear from your higher self, your divine spirit, your God, whatever it is you want to call it, to figure out things that's hard to figure out. Because some things, it's like yesterday, I have to figure out, like, where is this wire? Where is this wire? So instead of tearing up the house trying to find this wire, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna go do something else. And eventually the customer got home and was like, hey, let me call the previous contractor, and here's the picture of where it is. So I was like, okay, cool. I figured out where it was. Cut it. Boom. Everything working. Okay. So integrity, quality of work, and safety are most important. People need to feel safe with how you leave their homes, especially when you're doing residential, where people live there. The cleanliness. Their children need to be safe around you. If you're going to engage with somebody's children, you be careful of not doing anything that's going to make anybody feel some type of way, or saying something, or just don't engage with them at all. You make sure that you're careful about how you joke with people. You don't know what their sensitivities are. You don't want to be disrespectful in your conversation. Integrity, you want to be on time. You want to be honest with your quotes. You want to be honest with what the job really requires and the work time or whatever that you think. And sometimes you may not know a time. It's like, hey, I don't know on this one, because I don't know what I'm digging into. I don't know what could possibly happen on this. Quality, I tell you what the lady told me yesterday. If you're not pleased with the job, why you think I would be pleased with the job? So if it don't put a smile on your face for what you would have to pay and the end result of it, then don't expect to put a smile on somebody else's face. Make you and the customer happy, and all your work will speak for itself. So I hope I blessed you with something to make you think about better business. Have a good day. God bless the work of your hands. Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14 blessings. Deuteronomy 8:18, God gives you power to get wealth. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Get her done. Have a good one. Bye.